Mr. President, distinguished ministers and colleagues, Executive Director and your staff, before I start, let me express deep condolences to all those who have lost loved ones in Sunday's tragic accident. Mr. President, the state of the global environment remains perilous. While much good work has been done since we last gathered here, many challenges remain. This Environment Assembly is an opportunity to galvanise further action on issues that go to the heart of environmental stewardship, including sustainable resource management, environmental data, and engaging with civil society. My delegation welcomes the President of the Environment Assembly's determination to drive progress on these issues, and I assure him of New Zealand's full support. More is required to foster sustainable consumption and production. The global economy needs to move away from a linear take, make, dispose economy to a circular economy. And we need to do more to tackle climate change. New Zealand will do its bit. This year we will adopt a target of a net zero carbon emissions economy by 2050, with legally binding emissions reduction targets. We will stimulate new private sector investment through a $100 million fund. In other areas, we are increasing pest control efforts to better protect our native forests and wildlife. We are focused on improving the quality of our waterways and additional waste minimisation initiatives. From July, supermarkets and retailers will be required to stop supplying single-use plastic bags. This builds on our existing ban on plastic microbeads. We will continue our ambitious plan to plant 1 billion trees. This year we will present our first well-being budget. It introduces new ways of setting targets and tracking progress based on what enables New Zealanders to live fulfilling lives. The health of our environment is a fundamental part of this process. Mr. President, we all need to improve international cooperation to foster sustainable consumption and production. One area where more work is needed is environmentally harmful subsidies. It beggars belief that $425 billion are spent every year subsidising fossil fuels. This is to say nothing of other harmful subsidies, such as those fuelling overfishing. This needs to end. We all need to work together to set ambitious biodiversity targets in the Convention on Biological Diversity. This work should be complemented by an effective treaty addressing biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction. Internationally, New Zealand will continue to champion the needs of small island developing states, including in the Pacific. Uniquely vulnerable to climate change, the Pacific also faces challenges such as invasive alien species, marine plastics, and waste disposal. More support is required. We have recognised that need and are stepping up our support and engagement. When it comes to UNEP, New Zealand welcomes continued efforts to ensure that it is efficient, effective, and accountable. UNEP has strong expertise in many areas. It should focus its efforts on these areas. Duplication should be avoided. Resources should be spent where they will have the most impact. Mr. President, ministers, officials, activists, environment champions, everyone, our environment is our responsibility. We must all step up to protect it. Thank you.